Good morning from Inshore Yacker TV. Today we are going to be going over how to install a rectangular hatch into your Hobie Outback. We are taking the circular hatch out and installing a rectangular hatch. It's pretty simple. It's a little scary cutting on your $2,000 to $3,000 kayak if you bought it new or used, but it's a little scary cutting on these things. But I assure you, it's a very simple thing to do. There's a couple of YouTube videos out there already. Majority of them use a saw in order to get to make the cuts to put in this rectangular hatch. I don't care for that. I find them a little hard to use. Maybe it's just me, user error, but I like my Dremel. I love my Dremel, so I'm going to show y'all how to do that. Couple things, couple tools you're going to need: drill, screwdriver bit, Phillips head, marker. You're going to use this to mark the inside lip of the hatch. So the hatch comes from Amazon. Well, I bought this one from Amazon. You can buy them straight from Hobie, but I got mine off of Amazon. I believe it was $109 after everything was said and done. The thing I will tell you is you need to be careful about which ones you're going to order. Make sure that they come with a gasket. Not all of them come with gaskets. There's one out there, I believe it's $99, so it does not come with any of the gaskets or any of the hardware. And it says that in the description, so not taking anything away from them, but make sure you get the one with the gasket. This is what's going to make this hatch watertight. Alright, again, it's a 3-piece set with your directions and your screws. Excuse me. Alright, and obviously you're going to need your Dremel and an extension cord, depending on where you're doing it. With that being said, let me show y'all what we're going to do. This is Big Blue. We are taking the center hatch right here, the center circular hatch, out, and we are putting the rectangular hatch in. Okay, so again, marker, hatch. Another thing I'll tell you is it'll be a little bit scary because this portion here is not as wide as this portion here, so your mark will probably wind up coming to about here, and there'll be a little bit of this lip left over. That's okay, because this lip here actually covers the top of that, and you got that bottom piece that screws up to it, and it'll be nice and tight. But what I'll tell you, so this hole here and this hole here from the pre-existing hatch, you need to offset these new holes. Just because I don't want the possibility of them being stripped out, I'll go to a new hole. So again, make sure you're away from those other holes, and then go ahead and draw your lines. Be careful not to mark up your kayak with the marker like I just did. And this thing will slip and slide, so just be careful. This will probably be the easier way. So open your hatch, and then make the marks. Okay, so there are my marks for the inside hatch. Now, I will tell you, because I made the marks on the inside, I will probably wind up cutting a little bit outside this. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try going exactly on it to see if we can get it in there and get a nice snug fit. Alright, so we're just about all the way through this plastic. Let's make these last couple of cuts. There's that one. Alright. Alright, so my guess is that this hole is not going to be big enough. I'm hoping it is, but I'm guessing it's not going to be big enough for that piece to fit in here. So I've seen ones that go exactly as planned. I think, again, this is not going to fit. In the event that it doesn't fit, that's why I love the Dremel so much. I can always take the Dremel and edge out, or like almost like sandpaper out the edges where it's fitting too tight. So let me get that piece. It's already sitting over here. Okay. So let's see. I'm guessing again that it's not going to fit, and I am correct. I am off by quite a bit actually. So you can see now, you can take this, measure it up. So I need to go a little bit further on this edge here. Quite a bit further actually. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that I need to remark this. Oh, I didn't account for the lip there. Okay. So y'all don't make the same mistake that I did. So I drew the line for this inside edge here. However, there's quite a hefty lip. So my line drew to the inside here when it should have actually drawn to the outside. Okay, so make sure you draw your lines to the outside. The only reason I drew it to the inside is because I was having a little bit hard time getting around this lip here to draw that line. So let's pray this works for the best. Okay, so I am a brainchild. So your gasket, you can use your gasket as a template. See, that's how far off I was. Okay, again, I want to include all this because not everybody's perfect. Every video you see out there is just perfect and everything goes as planned. Well, I assure you, in the kayak world, everything fails at least once. You know, but just keep on trucking. Eventually it's gonna get right. Now this flexes a little bit, so make sure you're holding it down to keep your line fairly straight. It's not going to be as straight as you want it, but okay. Wow, big difference. Okay, so by the time y'all see this again, this will be cut out, and hopefully we'll be fitting that hatch in. All right, so after a lot of tweaking and a lot of shaving and a big pain in the butt, I finally got it shaped right. Now I will tell you it's snug, but you want it snug because it's going to be easier to make it an watertight seal. Now the thing about these, I've seen a bunch of people struggling to get these things in. It's not that hard. You put it in there, and it slides just in, just like that. It's really easy. But again, this is the portion that goes on the underside, and it makes that nice seal. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the gasket on like such. Okay, and then we are going to put the top portion like that, and again, it is going to be a super nice tight seal. Okay, all your holes should match up fairly easily. And then get your screws. My knees aren't what they used to be. This is killing me. And again, I'm pretty sure, no, these are a little bit different from the screws that we have here. They're a little bit longer. So take these, move them somewhere else to ensure they don't get mixed up with the ones you're using. Okay, so I have been able to attach the under portion of the hatch to the upper portion. The way I did that was, I just opened the hatch, pressed it up against the underside of the kayak, and then made sure the first screw went in, and it pretty much held itself after that. But I did one here, and I'm about to do one here. They're marrying up pretty nicely. So, and again, what I usually do is I'll set my drill at 18. I don't know if pretty sure it's the same across the board, but ensure you don't put it on the jackhammer portion. Just put it on the screw portion of your drill. Put it on 18. That ensures that you're not going to strip anything out, and it tightens it up just enough to where you can get a nice good drill, nice good tight seal. That way no water gets in. Alright, our hatch is installed, fully functional. Wow, that was really not that hard, to be honest with you. The biggest pain in the butt was making the hole, and like I said, I'm gonna include all the flaws that I did, because I think that's important. Not everybody's really sound in cutting on their kayak or drilling on their kayak or things of that nature. So again, I'm going to include all the flaws, all the mishaps, keep it real. That's what we like to do here. So y'all stay tuned. There'll be many videos hopefully coming this spring, this summer, and this fall. We fish year round, so y'all stay with us, and hopefully we all can learn together. All right, take care.